Hi, I'm Amy and welcome to my channel. I help women in their 30s heal their attachment style so that they can feel secure and fulfilled in their relationships. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to reprogram a fear or a belief. They're both the same thing. Just as a side note, I have got an offer on my website at the moment. If you subscribe to my website, you will receive a free course on how to move on from a relationship fast. So let's dive in on how to reprogram a belief or a fear or a thought, because they are all the same thing. But what there's a tendency to do is to overcomplicate this. And here's sometimes why. Because when we come across a belief or a fear that we've had for an awful long time, we automatically assume that it's going to be something very difficult, or it's going to be something that takes a long time to get out of and to heal. But that's not necessarily true, and here's why. If you think about your beliefs and fears in this way, that all a belief is something that's been programmed into your mind with repetition plus emotion. So repetition plus emotion equals belief. And that is where your fear came from anyway. You weren't born with it. You didn't elect to have the fear, but it was repetition plus emotion equal belief. So this can then be reverse engineered so that we can start to believe more empowering things about ourselves, and we can start to see the fears for what they are, and they're not really anything to be frightened of. But if we don't reprogram these fears, what happens is that we see the world and other people through the lens of that fear. Say, for example, I had a fear of being rejected, and I would react quite badly to rejection. It would really, really hurt, as I'm sure it does for everybody else. But the fear of rejection stopped me from going forward in life. It stopped me going after opportunities and going forward towards what I want, because in my mind, rejection was ever present, and I would get really hurt, I would feel stupid, and I just wouldn't try that thing again. So because I saw the lens through the fear of rejection, I would see things as rejection when they weren't. So I would never see the situation as a whole. So I would see it as, oh, there's something wrong with me. That's why I didn't get the job, or that's why that person's been off with me. I didn't really take the time to check what the other person was doing at the time, when most of the time it actually wasn't to do with me. You know, maybe that person was just having a bad day, or maybe I just wasn't a good fit for the job in the first place. So I would see my life through that lens of rejection. When a perceived rejection happened, I would totally make it about me. All of my core wounds of not being good enough, unworthy, everything like that came up for me, that I was going to be on my own forever, that I would never get past where I am now. And it just simply isn't true. It is just a lens that I see life through because of repetition plus emotion. And every time I experienced a rejection, all it would do was compound and reaffirm my fear. So how do we solve fear in this way? So we know that repetition plus emotion equals belief. So we can use this to start believing more empowering things about ourselves. The way that we do this is, or the way that I did it, for example, with my fear of rejection, was look at things in life where I am accepted. So where in life am I accepted? So I'm accepted at my workplace. My friends accept me, my family accepts me, and I started to really feel into that with the feeling of acceptance. I looked at parts of me that I was rejecting myself and started to accept those parts of me. So you can see how repetition, that I'm accepted, plus the emotion and the thoughts, and really grounding myself into a moment where I felt accepted, not letting the fear keep hold of me and hold me back. I've still got the fear. I think everybody to a certain degree doesn't like rejection. But the point here is to not let it hold you back, to feel comfortable moving forward, even though rejection is a possibility. I found in my experience that the best way to do this is in meditation. So if you know that you've got a fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, fear of losing your freedom, whatever the fear is, I've always found that it's better to do this in meditation so that you're focused on what it is that you want to achieve. And intend to believe differently, and know this isn't something that's set in stone. It's something that's just been picked up because of what your life experience has been. So sit in meditation and you can clearly see where it comes from. And you can really sit with the thoughts and the beliefs that come up with this that need to be reprogrammed as well. And just find a moment in time where you felt the opposite. So when is it that you felt accepted? When is it that you felt secure? When is it that you felt safe? And really sink into that. So when the fear comes up for you again, I do understand that, you know, when you're in the throes of fear, it's very difficult to not react when you're scared. And if you do react, it's no big deal. It's fine. Just intend to do better next time. Intend to do better next time, because what's going to make it worse if you think, well, I've got this fear that I know I'm not supposed to react to, I'm supposed to be changing it, and now I've reacted and now I'm back at square one. Don't do that to yourself. Just accept, yeah, I've done it, I've reacted to it, I'll do better next time. And that's it. Move on from it. It's fine. It doesn't matter. So when you can really get down to the simpleness of what a belief actually is, then it becomes really easy to then start to reprogram it. And I have got lots of videos on how to program belief and lots of techniques if you want to check those out. But in the meantime, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider subscribing to my channel so other people can see it, and I will see you in the next video.